Hello, Mixed Nutcases. This is Nuke Chess, and we've got an episode today where we're doing someone's homework, but maybe we'll help you do your homework too. So let's first with the round table here. With me, as usual.
Hi, I'm Tech, and we're helping people cheat on their homework.
Not cheat. And we have from down south.
Hi, I'm Jason.
I'm Jen. It's my homework.
But Jen, you've already handed in your homework.
I have.
Yes. So, I mean, if you needed to do a media project, we'd be a little more professional here. But your homework did inspire this discussion. So why don't you intro just a little bit about your project, and then we'll go from there.
And tell us how much you hate your teacher.
I hate my teacher. So I am currently taking an elective of film appreciation. My professor's name is Professor
Unnecessary censorship.
Oh, you want to out this teacher?
He is all of 23 years old.
Oh.
And the films that I have done so far has been Alien, Clerks, Pulp Fiction was a good one, Samurai 7 was okay. What else have I done?
Has he been alive when any of these movies were made?
No,
barely.
Not at all. Not at all.
So he thinks these are like the classics.
I'm pretty sure Pulp Fiction is older than him.
Oh yeah, I know Pulp Fiction is.
Yeah, like and Alien
that came out when I
and
was
the first, the first Alien, most deaf.
So unfortunately, I have not enjoyed my film appreciation class as much as I would have liked.
Yeah, that's kind of my fault.
But I was watching Blade Runner, and I had a question for Jason that was on one of my quizzes, which only says I watched the movie. Do you feel that Deckard was a replicant? When I mentioned this question to Jason, he got a little wired.
I did exactly what I just did. I said, oh, God. I was like, let me guess, your professor's asking that question? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, he can't be not stereotypical, can he? He can't think of any other question. Like, he has to go with the one that the whole internet is going.
So I'm hoping this is not a right or wrong question that you have to agree with.
It is not. It was definitely an appreciated question.
But it's more of like an essay question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like,
could you imagine it's like, is Deckard a replicant? And then you answer the way he doesn't believe. No, you're 100% wrong.
No, he did that. He did that. Yeah. Tell him. Which one was it? Oh my God.
Very first quiz. I don't even remember which movie it was now. I think I've done 10. My very first quiz, there was a question on there that said, in your opinion, was it this or this? It was a multi-choice question. I chose one. It marked it wrong.
Yeah.
Automatically.
For an in your opinion question.
Yes.
Opinion. I would challenge that. Did you argue that grade?
I absolutely did. He fixed it. I did get 100.
Bro, she was bad, bro. She was hot, bro. She was so hot.
When I was in university, I never argued a grade because I always felt that I would get what the professor felt I deserved. Apparently, I was a fool because professors like build in this whole argued grade thing. Whatever. I still got Dean's List. But if I got a question like that, in your opinion, and it was marked wrong, oh no, I'd be arguing for sure.
I have argued my grade 3 times so far in this class.
Bro, and the thing is,
it
right?
Sounds like you need to.
I took
your son.
Like I took film appreciation 1 and 2.
And I loved it
yes, Jen was with me for both. So she was super amped to take it because she knows the curriculum. She knows what this guy did. Well, between then and now, they got rid of that professor because they said he wasn't running the class correctly. I think it was because he was making us watch movies that they didn't like or know about. Like, because he was an old theater head. Like, he's the one that... Are
you going to the same university, which we will not mention, that Jason is?
This is just a community college in town.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, like, I think that's what it was, because this guy had me watching things like Fargo, Night of the Hunter, Some Like It Hot.
These are all legit films to be studying.
Yeah, like that's Casablanca, a bunch of films.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think one of the most modern films we watched from him I can't remember. I know Fargo was one of them, but like there were some newer ones in there as well. But like I was waiting for this guy to pick like a Hunger Games or a Harry Potter. I was waiting for this guy to do
I'm surprised they haven't shown up.
Remember the last time I was in a class with a bunch of
By
Gen Zs and they picked
golly gee
Jason.
Willikers.
Sorry, I forgot.
Now this episode will take 2 weeks to come out. It took almost a month for me to edit this.
It's just the one. It's just the one bleep. I'm sorry.
Doesn't
I got
matter.
it. But no, like the last time I was in, like, when I went back to a class I had a college English class. They made us read the first Hunger Games, and they asked me what I thought about Katniss, and I said, I think she's a terrible person. I said, I think she put her responsibility on other people and doesn't care until something actually affects her life.
If I'm not mistaken, this is just before the movie came out. So people were hardcore for this book.
Facts.
So,
And they were like, you think she's a bad character? I said, yes. I was like, she put her entire family being ate, her, like all the responsibility of feeding her family as well as another person's family on one person and said, I'm out to go be rich. Deuces.
Well,
because
she's out to go die, basically.
Well, yes, but she found no motivation to do anything until it actually approached her sister.
Yeah.
All right, so one really quick point to make here. The Hunger Games is not Blade Runner.
Yes.
Facts.
Very important.
Okay.
This dude sucks as for choosing movies. Like he also changed the film list mid semester, by the way.
Oh, you can't do that with the syllabus.
Bro, he added Do the Right Thing.
Which is the movie that I have to know.
Yeah, which I think is great, but I was like,
I don't remember it.
You might have never seen it before, real talk. Because it's a very black movie from the 90s. Like it's
from 1989.
Yeah, it's
another Spike Lee joint.
1989, the year that was so 90s it was in the 80s.
Exactly.
Facts. Yeah, I'm surprised he picked a Spike Lee joint, but hey.
This teacher was not alive during this as well.
He just heard about it.
So the one quick point I'd like to make before we get this off, like I have a whole bunch of rants I've got preloaded. I've got notes up, so I will just intersperse rants throughout this thing. But the number one thing that I have to talk about, the debate of is Deckard a replicant or not, is now so overanalyzed and so overthought that I was trying to watch YouTube videos to sort of spark my memory before this, and the YouTube videos were saying things like, this 1 3-second scene in the movie where Deckard Cain does this is the pivotal scene of the movie because it conclusively proves this. Does it? Did it? So Ridley Scott's entire movie, 7 different versions of it, was all the pivoting on 1 3-second scene of Harrison Ford holding up an origami unicorn. Really, that's the entire theme of the movie is origami unicorn. We could have skipped the whole thing. No Dolph Lundgren, none of this, no cool guns. Sid Mead's art, cut all of it out. We don't need any of that. What we need is origami unicorn. No, it is not the pivotal scene of the movie. So it's overanalyzed dreck. I have a question for everybody, though. Did anyone read the book it's based on? Did anyone read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick?
No, it's actually on my...
No,
is it on Audible yet? I think I did find it on Audible.
Because the one big difference that's in the book is that Deckard gives himself the Voight-Kampff test and passes. And the book conclusively states he's not a replicant. And then Ridley says, "No, we're just not going to do that."
Yeah.
And to be fair, Ridley says, "I'm going to leave it inconclusive. I'll let you talk about it." And that's what I like. It's when these
Jiminy Cricket.
like no. Sorry.
Jason,
The lovers.
Oh
It's with these-
my goodness. 3 weeks.
Listen, it's when these mother lovers are like trying to give a definitive answer to this thing. Like I can't admit it. I can't admit it on podcast. We talked about it. No, you're not going to get me to do it. I won't.
Do it.
not.
Come on, Jen. Look at him with those eyes.
We know it's in that box.
Funky but love it.
I'll always say that. I'll never admit anything else. The gag will live forever. The gag will live forever. By the way,
totally wrong movie. Back to Blade Runner.
it is living. But like, I don't know why they can't let it, like, the conversation is why it's such a good thing, right? Like, why do you have to try to figure out if this is what the thing is? Like, if you want a definitive answer, it's like Tex said, just read the book. Just read the book.
You can't always say that, though. I am always going to say that the book is better than the movie. 100%. However, The Giver, and I have to bring this up because this is what tripped me up for so many years.
God.
The Giver leaves you on a cliffhanger where you do not know. It does not tell you until you get to the second book, which I never knew existed for 10 years.
You bit into that poison apple and you shouldn't have.
But it's true.
I'll tell you, I'm with you, Jen. The book is always better than the movie, but I'll tell you, one that really surprised the pants off of me was The Life of Pi, because I love that book. That's one of like my top 3 favorite books of all time. The movie was just as good for different reasons. It was a visual novel. Yeah. It had all kinds of crazy special effects. I really, really enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. But it left nothing out from the book. It didn't change the ending, you know? Oh, it turns out he was the tiger all along. What?
Well, and
what?
So Blade Runner is Ridley Scott's own story, though. Like, it's inspired by Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? And yes, there's a Deckard and things like that. But even that was inspired by something else, you know. But Ridley Scott he made it his own thing. Whether you agree with it, whether you don't, whatever. I'm going to agree with Jason in the fact that what I like is that it's the possibility. It is Schrodinger's cat. He is both a replicant and not a replicant at the same time. That there's enough ambiguity. Now, we know that Ridley Scott came out and said, oh, he's definitely a replicant. It's the unicorn thing, yada, yada. But we also know that Harrison Ford has said, absolutely not. I played him as a human. There was never any intention for it to be anything other than him being a human. And Harrison Ford and Ridley Scott argue over it.
But I have a really, really good argument as to why I don't believe anything Harrison Ford says. He pronounces the name of the character as Deckard.
Yeah, there's that.
Just on that alone. Just on that.
You should be like, are you a replicant, Mr. Ford?
Imagine if hello, I am Indiana Jones. What the heck is that? No.
I mean, they named the dog Indy.
Deckard.
Oh, God, that's great. But no, like, and on top of that, right, there's like 8 different versions of this movie. Ridley Scott didn't even know what he wanted. Like, he didn't even know if he wanted it to be which way or the other. Like,
this was the whole thing, right? Like, we're supposed to realize when we watch this movie that the cop is mocking Deckard by leaving him these little origamis that for the chicken to show that he's a coward, or a little human to show that he's attracted to humans. And then he shows him a unicorn. But there's 7 different cuts of the movie, and the unicorn daydream that's referencing to show that it's an implanted memory is only in half of them. So if you didn't watch the right version of the movie, you have no idea what that unicorn means.
And here's a great bit about that. That was never meant to be in there. It was only put in afterwards. It's actually the test footage for Legend, because Ridley Scott went on to work on Legend afterwards. By the way, I just made tech choke on his Mountain Dew over there.
Gosh, I hate that movie.
You're wrong. But anyway, you're not wrong that you hate it. You're just wrong about but Ridley Scott was working on Legend and said, oh, this would be really good in Blade Runner. Let's add it in.
Just like at the end of that cut when Deckard and what's her name, Rachel?
Yeah.
When they're driving off into the mountains, all of that footage is from The Shining.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
He got it Stanley Kubrick gave him the footage.
I mean,
bro, like, and I'm just not even gonna, and I will say for this, we need to leave 2049 alone, because 2049 changes the game. And so like,
it doesn't answer anything.
It doesn't answer, but it changed, like,
well, where did you go?
Anything.
He got so upset he became inaudible.
Like, I can't, I'm like tech in this moment. Like, I can't go down this rabbit hole because I'll rage about 2049.
Do you remember that time?
What I enjoy.
Yeah.
Remember that time Ryan Gosling killed Batista?
My class has none of this. My class is, okay, let's look at this from a critical lens. How about a feminist lens on Blade Runner? Or, like, let's answer these questions. Is Deckard a replicant? Or how does the LA of the movies 2019 compared to our actual LA of 2019? Those are the questions I have to answer, and it does not make it enjoyable for me. This makes it enjoyable for me.
She raises her mead.
Yes.
And I will say, this is how kind of the guy did the classes before. Like, we would watch them in class, and then we would talk about them in class. And like, if somebody gave an opinion that didn't go with like the consensus behind the movie, we talked about it.
Well, and I have a question. Are you having in-class discussions like this?
I can't bring myself to join the class after the first one.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this completely online.
Yeah, because he doesn't make the lectures mandatory, and she went to one and was like, never again.
No.
Okay.
No. I will literally get through this class with an A and forget it ever happened.
Wow.
So I'm just going to keep asking questions here as I go through my notes.
I kind of want Jen to, when you're done with this, I want you to lead a film study class. And they call it film appreciation. Really, it should be film study. But
See, and I wouldn't be good at it. This is something that Jason would be good at. I am definitely more of a support when it comes to stuff like that.
I think you would do an excellent job of leading like a guided discussion.
Yeah.
Just keep asking us questions while we just, yell at clouds.
Because we're old.
Gosh darn it. So I got a question for you, for everybody here. A question for the panel. So they say that Deckard, if he's a replicant, he's one of the older model replicants, and that this girl, Rachel, that he meets is the newest model, the one that's so good that she can pass a Voight Kampff test, and it took 100 questions for him to suss out that she's a replicant, and she's so good she doesn't even know herself and doesn't know that her memories are implanted. But replicants have a very short lifespan. They live 4 years, I think they say?
Yep, 4 years.
So if he's an old model, he can't be more than 4 years old. How is he an old model? Also, if it's super duper rare and only now in the brand new models do we have replicants that don't know they're replicants, then how doesn't he know either?
Yeah, and I think the speculation on that one is that he was developed in secret. He's not one of the publicly known models. For me, one of the big questions I have is why? Why be so evil as to build machines, replicants that have lives and histories that you've implanted and feelings and emotions? It's torturous. And the idea is that they make better workers. They are more suited to the role. And I think one of the supports is his job is tracking down replicants and killing them, that he was built specifically for this job. But in that case, he has the least amount of feelings. He has no feelings at all until he meets Rachel.
If you need a replicant to catch replicants,
yeah,
then why doesn't he know he's one? And why do they have to make him a believable human? Why wouldn't he just be like a milk crate on wheels?
Why does
But if he had known he was a replicant, do you think he would go after his own kind?
If that's what he was programmed to do? I mean, you've got...
But you see all these other replicants like Rachel sitting here evolving into, oh, well, maybe I'm actually sentient, and maybe I'm real, I'm human, I have empathy.
Yeah, even Dolph Lundgren and Daryl Hannah in less than 4 years have evolved.
I just don't understand.
It's Rutger Hauer. Y'all keep saying Dolph Lundgren. It's Rutger Hauer.
Why did I say Dolph Lundgren?
Same guy.
Yeah.
Out of the same,
just a little shorter and not a doctorate.
But it's things like, okay, I have these machines. I need to figure out who they are. Logically speaking, why would you then say, I'm going to build one myself and use it to catch the other ones? The other ones are all so dangerous and they evolve into sentience and they kill people and we can't have that. So I'll make one,
I'll make one that's super murderous. Yeah.
Right. It's like,
but also
I need to catch
super weak.
Yeah.
But also super weak. Because
Yeah.
Deckard gets his butt whipped across this movie.
He does
Okay.
have the coolest handgun in all of cinema, though.
And he's willing to pop that thing because he'll drop that blicky on
I want to
anyone.
hear Nutty's part on
He
this.
shot that lady in the back.
Because I have to agree with Jason on that part.
He does get his butt kicked, but he survives a lot of physical punishment.
That is true.
That
is true.
He shouldn't
He's
be able
pretty
to
durable.
survive. And I'm not just talking movie survivability. I'm talking in-universe survivability.
Yeah,
Well, that's
Rutger Hauer lays the smackdown on him on that roof.
That's the Indiana Jones and Han Solo like Constitution build that he's got going on here.
I don't know. I mean, he's going up against the Lady Hawk guy.
It's a Constitution charisma build, okay?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's literally going against Rutger Hauer at his sexiest. And he's wet. It's like again, you couldn't get a sexier fight between two dudes if it was Sting versus old boy from the David Lynch Dune.
Oh my god.
What about Michael B. Jordan and 42 fighting in a waterfall?
I mean, that was pretty.
Yeah, I mean, only thing could have made that better is if Winston Duke decided to just interrupt like a WWE match.
So there's this one scene where Deckard's eyes glow like a replicant, and that is another one. I know he mispronounces his name, but that's one that Harrison Ford says, no, that must have been an accident, and Ridley Scott saw it in post-production and enhanced it, but it was not on the day filmed for me to do that. There was very specific techniques that they were using, and actually you can find it on YouTube, how to make the replicant eye glow thing. That he was not supposed to be getting that happen.
But in one of the videos I was watching today, they were mentioning that the eye glow thing was intentional from Ridley Scott, because what it does, it's not just to show that the replicants aren't human, but it's to show inner reflection as to how they're thinking about humanity and how they want to reflect upon human.
Okay. I mean, it is an art film. It is an art film.
Listen,
Remember, Ridley Scott wanted you to know that he was a replicant just from the origami unicorn without the dream.
Okay,
that's what he wanted.
Ford to know he was a replicant. I said he just didn't want Harrison Ford to know he was a replicant.
Yeah, he just didn't want
Harrison Ford still fights it to this day that he's not replicating.
yeah, also, why did he drink whiskey then? Like, we don't see any other replicant eating or consuming anything, but Deckard gets drunk.
For all we know, that's motor oil that he needs to lubricate his fingers. And they just make it taste like whiskey.
I didn't even think.
Rachel had some.
Also a replicant.
Yeah, but she had a baby.
Replicant, baby.
But did she, or was it a memory of a baby?
No, 2049.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing I find super
That's why I can't,
annoying
'cause it
in
makes me so
all of
angry.
the interviews done afterwards, when they go to Ridley Scott and they ask him point blank in interviews, is Deckard a replicant? He always says the same thing. He goes, oh, absolutely, he is a replicant. And then he gets this big goofy grin on his face. It's like, I can't trust that. He's trolling. He's doing that on purpose.
He's the governor of California.
God.
But no, he's giving you a trolling smile. Like, he's trolling with them when they say that. Like, I feel like that's why, I feel like he and Harrison Ford get drunk to this, late at night. Like, they're just they look at the discourse and they're just drinking scotch.
Spooning.
And they're just Harrison Ford's like, you see, they're talking about it again.
So who's the big spoon? Who's the little spoon?
Harrison Ford is definitely the big spoon.
I also definitely have a feeling of Ridley Scott talking about his past work, especially Blade Runner, because it's the artiest of the art that he's ever arted, talking about it in a way that's giving more meaning to it than, say, he had at the time. Much like George Lucas talks about Star Wars and, I had everything planned out and I know exactly. You didn't have anything planned out.
Liar.
You freaking liar. You lied to us our whole lives.
Listen,
But-
George. The closest thing you had to that was your old lady who was like, no, George, no.
Do it this way.
Bad
And then they
George.
got divorced and he's like, I'm going to change it all. Yeah. No, but Ridley Scott, kind of the same way. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I meant. Is it, or is that what you've been thinking about all these years? Are you just saying things because it makes more sense? And he may even believe it, Same thing. Harrison Ford. were you really think, oh, Deckard's definitely a human? Or did it never enter your mind while filming?
Yeah, like,
Did you never think that there was a question?
Well, I think everybody does this, right? Everybody's had those things where you're in public, you're talking to someone, and you blurt something out, and it's unintentionally funny, and you get a big laugh from everyone. Then the next day, you're talking to your moms or something, and you say, oh, yesterday I said the funniest joke, and you totally take credit for it, right? Like, you totally meant to do that the whole time. It's like this whole thing, it's like, I made a movie. It's about robots. It's in the future. I even got Sid Mead to do all my art. Isn't it great? 10 years later. Actually, it's a very interesting art piece about how man's inhumanity towards man replicates itself. You didn't mean any of that, Ridley.
What does it really mean to be human?
No, you ripped that off. That's Ghost in the Shell.
Wait, and they ripped you off, sort of. Like it's like when they look at Silence of the Lambs, and you're like, no, Silence of the Lambs is a feminist art piece, and they're like, what? And you're like, this is why they filmed Clarice from above most of the time, so she looks smaller and more diminutive than the men around her, until finally when she becomes on their level, if not above them, because of the hard work she did.
Oh, really?
And like, yeah, like it's like he legitimately did it on purpose. Like there's an iconic, okay. Yeah, like he legitimately does.
Jodie Foster's just really small.
Right, she's like this big. Like, but no, there's this.
How do you know? What if the DP was 6'10" and just that's how he holds his camera?
It's just lurch. It's lurch.
You're right.
But no, one of the things in that movie is when she's going into the autopsy on the girl. Before they go in and it's all those good old boys, like they film her from up high so you can see that they're kind of looking down on her, and then they transition into a more on level sight because she's the only one who doesn't flinch at the sight of the corpse. And like, it's a whole big thing. And it's like, it's obvious that it was done on purpose from the get-go because those are in it. Whereas all the things for Blade Runner are post. Like, they're all like afterthoughts, hindsight. Like,
and again, there's like 16 different versions. Yes, we keep inflating the number.
Right.
And a lot of, well, it's in this version. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to change that director's cut. Now I'm going to make the director's director cut. No, I want to make the director's director.
Or the director's final cut.
Yeah. Well, apparently, he has completely disavowed the director's cut, and which is why they did the final cut.
Yes, yeah. But still, there's so many different
things. Could
you
you imagine if like Zack Snyder came out and said, "Oh, the Snyder cut sucked. I totally take my name off it. Here's the Super Snyder squared cut. This is what I really meant, including an extra 6 hours of footage where it turns out that Superman is actually Bizarro Superman the whole time." Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Because Jen, what was the first thing you asked me when you said you had to do Blade Runner, and you asked me. And I asked you, I said, well, what version of the movie is he wanting you to watch?
Yep.
I remember the thing I asked you.
So what version did you have to watch?
I watched director's cut because we had it.
The final cut, yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't even know which one we have, Nutty.
Because I think the three are final. Those are the theatrical, directors, and final cut, right?
I think
because one had like.
I think we have the final cut because it's what Aaron either recommended or sent me.
Because I know the director's cut has is it the director or theatrical that has the narration, the Harrison Ford narration? Because one of them has narration, one does not.
I'm trying to remember. Did it have narration?
So I've got 7 different versions here. There's the work print version from 82, the San Diego sneak preview from 82, the U.S. theatrical cut, the international theatrical cut, the director's cut, which came out 10 years later, the final cut from 2007, and the unrated.
We either watched the unrated or the final cut.
I think it was the final, because that's when it came out on like Blu-ray and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it was a recommendation from Aaron from Sci-Fi Dig.
Yeah, and I think
Aaron, if you're listening, tell me, what did I watch?
Yeah, and like I said, I'll have to go and check and see which one, because one of them does have a Harrison Ford narrating over certain parts of it, and so it changes kind of the meaning of the movie, sort of like it. So again, it's which version did he watch? Because Lord knows he could have watched any of these.
Well, I took Sid quiz. I didn't check my grade on it, but I saw that he had commented on it. I just haven't checked. So,
we need the comments. Come on, look it up.
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us what the comment is. You gotta look it up now. You can see it on your phone.
We can put it in the notes at the bottom of the episode. I have a question.
Yeah.
If you're making a machine to hunt robots, why would you make it horny?
Again.
True.
Again.
But again, if he does not know that he's a robot,
Yeah, and
doesn't have human feelings.
This is my joke answer. Why would you build robots not to be horny?
I mean, we all know one of the
Sex
reasons.
robots were the first thing.
Yeah, Chris was
robotic
a
made.
pleasure.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was like, the reason they made him was for, I mean, literally, he shot one in the back, and that was her job. She was a pleasure model.
Episode 1 of the Bubblegum Crisis deals with the evil robots called the Boomers, and then they find, instead of 9-foot-tall things with plasma cannons for limbs, there's the girl ones that are called the Sexoroid Boomers.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
That's episode
Data,
1. I love that show.
Data was fully functional, guys.
Yeah.
And versed in multiple techniques.
Yeah. But
Listen, and he's an android.
He likes to read.
Oh man, giving Tasha Yar the...
That was filthy.
Imagine that.
stop it.
She
Let
knows
me read-
Aikido. She's flexy.
Let me read you some Sherlock
I need
Holmes.
to censor that as well.
But no, like, again, like, it's one thing if you make a replicant that looks like Harrison Ford. We know what you're doing. We know what that lady's doing with that replicant. Okay. Matter of fact, we know what that guy was doing with that replicant if it looked like a prime cut Harrison Ford. Okay, like
if you told me that I had to create a robot to go find these other killer robots, like I said, it would be a milk crate on wheels. It would look like IKEA furniture with a Voight Kampf machine on top of it, wheeling around town going, "Hi, look at me, please. Hi, look at me. Hello." Shine a light, see where the eye shine is, just sort of wheel yourself towards that. It definitely would not look like Harrison Ford. Like you guys have just alluded to, if I had a Harrison Ford replicant, it would be doing other things.
yeah, if I had Harrison Ford in my closet, he's not investigating anything.
We might be investigating something, but not replicants.
Right.
Especially because it's Harrison Ford circa 1982, not get off my plane Harrison Ford.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, to be fair, at that point, he still could get it. He was the president.
I mean, yeah, but
He was yes, Mr. President.
Again, your grandma's really digging Mr. Harrison Ford now, so it's not like he's getting. It's not like he's getting any less attention.
Imagine
my grandma.
No, not imagine your grandma.
No. Harrison Ford is younger than my mom.
Okay, well then I guess your mom knows.
Harrison Ford from Air Force One as Deckard.
Sorry, he's old. He's 2 years older than my mom.
Just imagine
There you
Harrison
go.
Ford from Air Force One as Deckard or Deckard. Instead, just grabbing people by their shirt collar. Are you a robot? Get off my plane! Are
Yes.
you a robot?
Yeah, he just if you're a robot, he kicks you off the plane.
That's just a little too close to like.
Nimlas forever.
But no, like it's
Except if we're talking about Woodrow Wilson. I hate that guy.
Or like Nixon from Futurama.
I am not a crook. But no, like it's one of those things, right? You're like if he is a replicant, there's so many. Why give him this apartment? Put him in your closet. Just deactivate him until it's time to just turn him back
Let him
on.
retire.
Yeah, you let him retire. You gave him a Danny Glover exit. I'm getting too old for this. I'm going to retire, drink scotch on the weekends. Like what?
Also,
He eats Chinese food.
I quit the first time. I'm going to walk back out this door and quit again.
Right.
Quote
Like,
unquote.
yeah,
Also,
what?
in a city the size of LA, you need one? Shouldn't there be a Harrison Ford in the trunk of every police car?
Facts. Like,
fair.
if he's a replicant, he should be police issue. Deckard Model 2.0. He should just be the police
If
issue.
he's a replicant, they replicated a sad sack.
Yes, they just said, okay, we could have replicated him before he burnt out, when he was like peak performance. But now we're gonna get him the burnt out alcoholic, the one who stares down the barrel of a gun every night. Like,
honestly, there is one criticism I have of Harrison Ford in this movie is that he is just so milquetoast. Like, I think the reason this goes on so much is that it's hard to believe him as a human. It's just, I expect more vim and vigor. I expect more emotion other than
especially after roles like Han Solo and Indiana Jones, that you get just him staring at the camera, speaking in this tone.
If he had more emotion or vigor, wouldn't you suspect him to be more human? Yeah. We're trying to go for Replicant here. Like, he has to hide behind the scenes. He has to be somebody that somebody's not going to turn and look at again. He's not going to get a second glance.
So, I'm really curious. I have to know now, Jen, what was the answer on your homework? What did you answer? Is he a replicant or not?
I almost don't want to answer that and put it on public display.
She's very happy to throw her professor under the bus. Yeah, she's very happy.
Name dropper.
Totally out everything, but she's like, I don't want to put my answer.
No, actually, my answer was, if you had asked me this when I first watched the movie, I would have said absolutely he's a replicant. There was too many signs that he was a replicant. There was just little show and tells here and there. But my answer now is that he's not a replicant, that he had too many humanistic things going on. He had too much empathy, and so my choice was just human.
And he's horny.
I
did not put that in there for that professor.
Yes.
I would love an added extra twist if, they find out that Deckard's a replicant, only then to find out that everyone is a replicant and there hasn't been a real human alive in 100 years.
Truth.
That's what Dave Bautista was protecting out in that in the beginning of 2049.
Then he got Goslinged.
Yes.
And he got Gosling.
I think if it were my quiz and I had to answer that question, I would make the professor real mad and say, it doesn't matter.
Listen,
the question is what makes the movie worthwhile.
And that was my initial
definitive. It would be a lesser movie.
That was my initial answer. Was like the point is that it's hard to. The point is the question. The point is the question. Like, and that's why I got so frustrated when she asked me. I was like, so he's going that stereotypical? Like, is this? He's literally doing this? Like, he's literally doing that?
But I don't know why you were surprised when he's been like this for all the movies.
That is true. Also, I'm gonna just be real with you. He triggered my nerd rage immediately. Because the first thing he did was say, he was like, all right, guys, we're going to watch The Seven Samurai, which is such an influential movie. It even influenced George Lucas making Star Wars. And I was like, it was not. I was like, it was Hidden Fortress, you terrible soul.
He did come back and correct himself.
It was like, yes, I said, I bet you one of his friends was like, hey, dog, that is not the right answer. Because I was like, I hate him. Like, as soon as I heard him say that, I was like, I hate him.
While he's talking, his phone in his pocket is just exploding.
Because he recorded it. It was in one of her lecture videos. He said that on wax.
There's three things I love about Blade Runner. One, Deckard's gun is one of the coolest props ever put into a movie and one of the greatest things ever in sci-fi weapons design. It's completely impractical. There's no way it works. It's based on an Austrian hunting rifle and a revolver with a fancy grip and a couple of glowing lights. It would not work as a real gun, and I don't care. As a professional gun guy, let me tell you, I don't care that it doesn't work. It's freaking cool. 2, this movie is the magnum opus of one Mr. Sid Mead, who did one of the most beautiful universes I have ever seen in a movie, which then led to a bunch of other things, and even guys like Luc Besson completely ripping it off to make The Fifth Element. And the third thing that I love is that Ridley Scott has admitted that this is the same universe as Alien. Weyland-Yutani is Weyland-Yutani, and it's the same world. So the fact that he's world building and building this fantastic universe that we're still playing in today, and there's still movies coming out in this universe, all of these things are what's important to me in this movie. And whether Deckard is a replicant or not doesn't even make the list. I do not care.
Yeah, and
I just feel the need to point out, Tech has mentioned Sid Mead at least 5 times in this episode, so he's a super fan.
I grew up with his art books in my school library, and I would borrow those books like once a month and just dive through every stick of art this guy's ever done. Like, I love the art of Sid Mead.
Yeah, it's like Geiger. It's like Junji Ito now. These guys just have these iconic looks. This style that is undeniable.
Masamune Shiro.
Yep. Oh God. Who's the one who did 13 Assassins?
Anyway,
it'll come later, but no, like, if you look at it also from the perspective of Deckard being just a noir detective in a sci-fi world, this is exactly what you want. He's a hard-drinking, no-nonsense kind of character who, up until he meets the femme fatale of the movie, is not an empathetic character. He's not I'm going to, feel bad for these things that I have to hunt down. Like, he doesn't get that side of him until he meets Rachel, until he sees this thing made that is being lied to. Not only being lied to in her creation, but was created to be lied to. Like, he gains empathy in that way. Like, it's just a very classic noir character trope. And it's again, like, Star Wars is just a space western with wizards, right? Like you said,
what is it? Hidden Fortress?
Yeah, and Blade Runner is just a sci-fi noir film. Like,
yeah.
I mean, down to the fact that he's being a detective. He's a better Batman than Batman, except for the fighting. He really is not a fighter. Deckard's definitely not a fighter.
Did we get Batman versus the Replicants?
Does he get prep time or not?
In the Alien universe, so I got to see Facehuggers.
I will. If I can find
Alien too.
Oh man, like he asked her, oh, could you do a critical lens on Alien? And one of the questions was, how does the creature reflect the impact of industrialism on the everyday man or something like that? Yeah, it was.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was the response to the question. It was like, ugh.
That was on a quiz.
It is a bug. It is a bug that lays eggs in your stomach and then kills all your friends.
Yes, and yes, there are vague analogies to it being a penis, but like,
mind you, my midterm was done on a feminist critical lens on that movie, and I did a whole slideshow and all that, and did pretty good. But he says I didn't cite my work, so I missed 5 points.
Oh.
Cite my word. Alien by Ridley Scott, 1977. Done. Or 79. Sorry.
I told her I was like, so he took off 5 points because you forgot to put a citation in one paragraph. It's the cost of doing business. It's like it's a 95. Oh no, like cost of doing business.
So Nutty, maybe rest of you guys. Does anybody know offhand? Is this Daryl Hannah before Quest for Fire or after Quest for Fire?
It's Quest for Fire.
Ooh.
I think it's before because this is 82, right?
After it's Quest for Fire is 1981.
Oh, okay,
nice. So they probably were filming these almost at the same time.
Pretty close. Never saw that, by the way.
Okay, in this movie you're a cave woman. Okay, in this movie you're a robot.
But she went from working with Ron Perlman to Rutger Hauer. That's a step up.
I mean, a young Ron Perlman. I mean, he was the beast.
Okay, look at the photos from Quest for Fire. He's a caveman.
There's a reason they picked Ron Perlman.
That is true. And again, this is prime cut emo in the rain Rutger Hauer. So, and this was, hey Tech, this was before Blind Fury.
Oh.
By the way, we gotta watch. Have we not watched that yet? Have we not done it?
I've watched it, but not with you guys.
There's a fantastic. So Blind Fury is based on Zatoichi, the Blind Swordsman. There's a fantastic remake of Zatoichi, I think from 2003, 2004. That's really, really, really good. If you guys have never seen it,
did we ever get them to watch Bushido Man, where he had to eat the food of his enemy so he could beat him? Yeah,
we'll save that for another time.
It will.
Is there any other pieces of Blade Runner that you think are?
I think we need the 2025 prequel that lets us know why Deckard retired the first time. Because
that would be interesting.
He is a tired, drunk detective. Does he need another reason?
That's fair. Also,
he's getting too old for this.
Starring Shia LaBeouf.
Also, I'm going to throw this out there, and it's going to piss some people off. But this whole Replicant argument, maybe he never worked in the first place. That he was created for this particular problem. And he does have an expiration date. They would just put it into him. They built him as one of these new ones that can pass the test, all this other stuff, because they needed somebody that would hunt these 4 down. And then Rachel comes around and she messes with everything. And so his memories of being a tired, broken detective are all implanted.
That's true.
See, here's the real big twist. The captain that comes back to him is like, I need you, Deckard. He's the one who made him. He's using his young life. Like, he's just taking his memories. Like, those are his memories.
There you go. Just take my memories.
I'm sorry, but it was the replicant that was making the replicant, so it was not the damn chief dude. It's not, no.
By the way,
not working in my head.
And you know what's so sad? We haven't even talked about the fact that Rutger Hauer gives one of the best performances of his career in that final monologue. It's one of the greatest things ever put to film.
What, better than Lady Hawk? Come on. It didn't even have a porno soundtrack behind him.
Listen, Like Tears in the Rain is one of the greatest. Like Tears in the Rain, when you are saving the life of your mortal enemy at this point, is one of the greatest things. I told Jen, I was like, by him having this debate instead of focusing on the fact that, like, Rutger Hauer's character decided in the last of his moments of life to save a life. You know, the one who has murdered his friends, who has taken the memories and the experiences they had and deleted them because he murdered them. He uses that moment to save that life. I was like, there's so much more impact in that movie than Deckard being a replicant or not.
And that's the whole point also. It's like, if these replicants are more human than human, you know? Oh, also, who cares if he's a replicant or not? Is he a good person? Well, I kind of feel like Rutger Hauer is more of a good person than Deckard.
Yeah, again, he shot that woman in the back, running through a crowded street, and she was running away from him.
I've got an idea. We've made a couple mistakes, and I think it would be really funny if somebody remade this movie with our mistakes in mind. So imagine instead of Rutger Hauer, it was Dolph Lundgren, but as Ivan Drago. I will break you.
This whole Dolph Lundgren,
you die.
Rutger Hauer thing just reminds me of Sid Caesar and Caesar Romero.
Yeah, no, exactly. But I had another one in mind. It's like we kept talking about how, okay, it's the I'm getting too old for this stuff. I should have retired Danny Glover thing. Yeah, but what if they got it wrong and instead of Danny Glover, it was Donald Glover? So he's just cracking off childish Gambino lyrics. This is America.
Honestly, now that you think about it, I think Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, was a great casting for a baby-faced Lando Calrissian. Oh, yeah. Making him a robosexual, not so much. But you now want to give me Blade Runner starring Danny Glover? I'd watch that. I'd watch that twice.
What if Deckard was Miles Morales?
I mean, we kind of got that with Predator, too.
I can't think of his name now. I was just thinking, what I've basically done is I come up with Spider-Man 2099 again. I can't think of the name of that Spider-Man. It's another Latin last name.
Oh, God.
I'll look it up.
Well, all I know is that it was voiced by Oscar Isaac because he's Oscar Isaac. But no, like, honestly, if you, like, I'm really glad they haven't remade Blade Runner. Like, I'm glad I love that they did the 2049 with Gosling. I think he's great. I think Batista's amazing in that movie. Again, I don't like what it does to the lore of the franchise, but it had the aesthetic. It looks like a Blade Runner movie. It feels like a Blade Runner movie, so I'm okay with that. Like, it's just like, I don't necessarily like Ghost in the Shell Innocence, the sequel to Ghost in the Shell. But it feels like a Ghost in the Shell movie. It looks like a Ghost in the Shell movie. Like,
I stopped watching after Standalone Complex.
Standalone Complex is pretty good, though.
So good.
So good. I got second gig. I'll have to watch it and tell you if it's good or not. But yeah, man, like, also, like, if Deckard is a replicant, you wouldn't give him a partner, because if these things are going crazy and thinking they're real, like, you sure you don't want to put someone with a leash for that guy? Like, someone to be like, just sitting over here in the corner, like, hey, boss, I think he's, he's going rampant. Yep, he's going rampant. We gotta put him down. Like, even Cortana had a handler. I mean, it was Master Chief, but still, like, she had a handler. Heck, Data was Patrick Stewart's pet robot.
No, I think he was Geordi's pet robot.
He was Geordi's pet for something else.
Oh. Stop it.
But no, like, listen, like literally, Patrick Stewart destroyed that ship to save his robot. Like, Data is Patrick Stewart. Is Data to Patrick Stewart is what getting the replicator to work for Janeway was.
Oh man, why'd you got to bring up Janeway? Anyway,
hey, just think of Night of the Comet when you get a babyface Chakotay. It's fine.
Nope, I'm moving on. Just getting far
Powering
away from
through.
this. Yes. So that's what we thought about is Deckard a replicant, and we want to know what you thought. So please jump in the Discord, send us feedback. We're happy to talk about it.
What do you think of Jen's teacher? And what do you think of Jen's teacher?
Yeah, what do you think of Jen's teacher?
So, Jen, this was your idea and totally your idea and your idea alone. So, you get the final word. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm kind of over the movie, so.
And you've got to do the right thing next?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to step into a time machine and understand what it was like.
You should have seen her face when he made her watch Clerks.
I hate Clerks.
Controversial opinion, but yeah.
I'm not a big Kevin Smith guy.
I never even saw Clerks 3. I know I was supposed to. I didn't.
Yeah, I never saw Clerks 3. You know what?
You're not missing nothing. I'm going to be real with you. You're not missing nothing.
I'm not a modern Kevin Smith fan, but
I'll give you Red State. I'll give you Red State. You get some good John Goodman in there.
I never saw it.
I like it. It's one of the few of his movies I do like because it's kind of a horror, but it's weird. I actually like it a lot. Yoga Hosers, not so much.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I don't.
Honestly, like, I love Chasing Amy.
That's because it's got your boy in it. It's got Matt Ben Affleck
the
in
other
it?
one. Not Matt, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, not Matt Damon, but Ben Affleck. The other one. The other lurch headed.
I like it. But actually, the two shining stars of that one is Jason Lee and Joey Lauren Adams.
Mm.
So
that
speaking
and the comic book guy.
Speaking of horror movies in this class, we have an extra credit thing we can do of making a list of our top 10 horror movies.
Did you submit it?
I have not, because it's really weird. This whole program he wants us to use is really weird. So me and Jason were making a list of horror movies, but we didn't go with like good horror movies.
No. You got to go with Halloween Horror Fest.
You got to tell them the list. You got to tell them the list now.
I don't have my phone on me. We had Pelts with the raccoons.
Mm-hmm.
We had Killer Pinata.
Yes.
We had Bride of Killer Pinata.
Yes.
We had
Rubber?
No, Jason won't let me put that one on there because he hates it so bad.
Velocipaster.
Yes, Velocipaster was on there. Killer Sofa, I believe we put on there.
Killer Sofa. That wasn't bad. That was fun.
Here we go. Zombievers. Mom and Dad with Nicolas Cage.
Oh, nice.
House Sue, which is the Japanese version of House. 7, because What's in the Box.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, Part 8, because Jason Takes Manhattan, because he uppercuts a dude's head off. Hereditary.
Okay.
Honorable mentions. Like, this is all Jason right here. So, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, because people got turned into cotton candy. The Stuff, because Demi Moore was robbed in The Substance. Man Bites Dog, because it was found footage before Blair Witch Project.
Fair.
Because we hate
Hellraiser, because 50 Shades of Grey sucks.
Also, did you have to put reasons for all of these?
Yes.
Oh, I love this.
So,
but also, like, Hellraiser, come on.
Right.
So I need you guys to help me convince Nutty. I have found, I want to get a 3D printer.
No, you cannot make the cube. No.
I have found STL files for an actual functional puzzle box that makes the lamentation configuration. And Nutty will not let me put it in the house.
If you send them to me, the lady I work with at the CSB has a 3D printer. I'm sure she could make it for you.
No.
It's not the printer that Nutty is a gift.
It's not 3D printing an object that's the problem. It's the object.
I will carve it out of soap if I have to.
That would make it even worse.
Oh, my God.
Don't drop the soap.
Oops, I've dropped the soap lamentation configuration. I hope Cenobites don't show up.
I will show you the meaning of pain.
Hooray!
And on that note, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we'll have to come back again with help Jen with her homework.
I like help Jen with her homework. Jen, we can do this anytime you want.
Hey, it'll be really fun for like film appreciation class, but if it's to help Jen with her homework, what's she doing? Biochemistry? No!
Anatomy and physiology.
Yeah, A&P class.
I'm done with A&P.
Woohoo!
I did both of those classes. I did microbiology. I'm doing history and film appreciation this semester and stat math next semester.
What songs did you pick for yours, by the way?
Blowing in the Wind by Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
What's blowing in the wind for?
So she's taking the same history class that I took, so for mine, I used the Dead Kennedys, Police Truck, and Childish Gambino's "This Is America," and so she's using
Songs
Bob
with
Dylan.
historical reference.
Yeah, she's using Bob Dylan's "Blowing in the Wind."
That's a good one.
And to answer your earlier question, Jason, 13 Assassins was done by Takashi Miike.
Yes, that's another director with a unique style.
Nice catch.
I get it.
All right,
Listen.
and on that note,
This has been the
90 Bites Podcast. And, we've been having some fun with the Talk Nerdy team.
yes, and I do have other episodes. I promise. I haven't forgot. They're actually all by computer.
And before we go, I want to thank our patrons. You all have been really helpful in making sure that I do put out episodes, even when it takes me a really long time to sit down and put in all the edits. So thank you so much to our big daddies. We're going to start with Jax, our top tier big daddy. And then we've got Jason and Rich the TT. Thank you so much. And now our patrons of the arts, I want to thank the Encaffeinated One, Susanna, Mark Cabot, Hugh, and Kaylin. Thank you so much. And for all of our other patrons, thank you for being the lifeblood and helping us generate funds to donate, because we are a not-for-profit podcast. Everything you give, we donate along with extras. No longer keeping the lights on. I'm doing that myself. So now we're just paying it forward. So thank you to Shane, Selganor, Mike, Kinsey, Ken, Ian, Harold, Melissa, Steven, The Radical Geek, Greg, Zachman, Will, Cliff, and Nix. Thank you so much for all of your support. This is everyone that has been paid up for this month, so I do appreciate everyone. And we will be making multiple quarter donations. I'm a little behind on those things, but they will be coming very soon. And possibly even we want to get together and talk a little bit about some of the charities that we will be donating to kind of promote them and give people some insight into some of the decisions that we're making. So thank you, everyone. And next up, also pay attention to the Dog Days of Advent or the 12 Days of Podcasting, whatever you want to call it. You can go to dogdaysofpodcasting.com and check out who's going to be in the feed. If you want to participate, go right ahead. This is even looser than the Dog Days of Podcasting because essentially everybody that participates, they choose how many that they want to do. I do 12. Some others will do 24 or 25. Some might just do 1 or 2. It is completely up to you what you do and how it works. So give it a listen. It's a lot of fun, especially when you hear them interacting with each other. But also, I know we're going to have some trivia in there, and we're going to have some stories in there, and we're going to have some recipes in there. So it should be a good time. Talk to you then. Bye.
Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.